So if you're enjoying, appreciating, benefiting from this series of short talks by Padmavajra on the life and liberation of Padmasambhava, him channeling these lightning flashes from the blue beyond, then please do consider making a donation to Padmaloka. We're still in uncertain financial times. This year we lost our main source of income, our retreat income, and even though people are starting to return to Padmaloka now, our costs have considerably gone up, given the various measures that we have to put in place. So although we've benefited enormously from people's generosity throughout the year, we really need to keep that stream of generosity flowing. So do please consider giving what you can. You can do that by following the link that's attached to this video or beneath in our YouTube channel, or visiting our website and making a one-off donation or taking out a monthly standing order. Thank you.
O now, when the bardo of the moment of death upon me is dawning, abandoning attraction and craving and weakness for all worldly things, may I be undistracted in the space of the bright enlightening teachings. May I be able to transfuse myself into the heavenly space of the unborn. The hour has come to part with this body composed of flesh and blood. May I know the body to be impermanent and illusory. So we are now at the bardo of the moment of death. The moment of death is dawning upon us. And at this time, in particular, we have to abandon attraction and craving and weakness for all worldly things. The bardo of the moment of death, of course, is the moment when life has ended and a space opens up before you move into what's called the bardo of reality, or dharmata, which we'll come to next. But there's this special moment at the time of death where reality opens up. But the trouble is, it seems, according to this tradition, we can't believe that we're dead. We can't believe it. We are still aware, our consciousness is still aware. We're looking around and we see all these people gathering and weeping, and they're upset, and we see all that going on, and we're going up to them and saying, "Hello, I'm here. Why are you so upset? Please talk to me. I'm not dead. I'm not dead. Look, I'm alive." And the instruction here is, no, you have to realize that you are dead. You have to accept the situation. So abandon attraction and craving and weakness for all worldly things, your loved ones, your material possessions. And this is why it's so important at the time of death that our loved ones don't cling on to us, that they create an atmosphere which is as clear and as clean as possible, so we are free, so that we're free to really work in this situation. So may I be undistracted in the space of the bright enlightening teachings. It's said at this time, when you die, remember the teachings that you've been given, the special teachings, if you have them, from your teacher. Remember the teachings that you particularly love, that you've based your life on. Chant the mantra that you were given at the time of initiation. If not, just chant Om Mani Padme Hum, the mantra of Avalokiteshvara, or chant the mantra of your Yidam. Just remember any teaching that you can, the Four Noble Truths, that everything is impermanent. Remember Shunyata. Remember that all life ends in death. Be undistracted in the space of the bright enlightening teachings. Of course, this is why it's so very, very important that in our practice we are repeatedly practicing and repeatedly meditating on the same things. Habitual karma is the powerful karma. It's the habitual karma that is going to push back our attraction and craving and weakness for all worldly things. It's going to be that momentum that we've developed in our Dharma practice that's going to be really pushing back this tendency to deny the fact that we're dead. We need to be undistracted in the space of the bright, enlightening teachings. This is why it's so important to remember the Dharma by heart. It's your ballast in the seas, the stormy seas of life, the ship of your body in this life. Your ballast are the Dharma teachings that are deep in your heart, deep in the hold of your being. May I be able to transfuse myself into the heavenly space of the unborn. If we can really accept that this is the moment of death. It's said this can be so liberating. Reality actually opens up. And your consciousness is completely free. It's free of its burden of a body. It's totally open, it's totally malleable, and you can project it, eject it, transfuse it, make it pass from the mundane directly to the transcendental, into the heart of the Buddha Amitabha, into the heart of Guru Padmasambhava, into the heart of the vast, clear light of reality itself. If you can do that, you're liberated. You're liberated from the samsara at the moment of death. This is the great treasure found in death itself. Death, for the great practitioners, for them there is nothing to fear in death. It's a liberation. It is spiritual rebirth, transcendental rebirth. It's spiritual death, it's spiritual rebirth. Transcendental death, transcendental rebirth. It's not just a physical death and a physical rebirth. But we have to train in this, in our Dharma life. The hour has come to part with this body composed of flesh and blood. This is one of my favourite lines in these verses. I often just say it, just this line, when I'm meditating. I try to bring myself into a sort of space that this is the time of death. Because, of course, death could come at absolutely any moment. You know, we have no idea when death will come. We know we will die, but we do not know when we will die. So I love this line. The hour has come to part with this body composed of flesh and blood. May I know the body to be impermanent and illusory. This body is full of death. This body is death. This life is death. And it's illusory. There's this vivid appearance now, this whole situation, within minutes, half an hour, this will just be a memory, gone, an illusion. May I know the body to be impermanent and illusory. This is the great training for the bardo of the moment of death.